a video asking what the crown jewel of dirt racing is. Included in that video was the Chili Bowl. And this video is gonna be an even deeper dive into the history of the Chili Bowl and some of the greatest drivers to ever race in it. But before we get into it, if you could do me a favor and hit that like button, subscribe to my channel down below if you have not already. I am trying to post as frequently as possible, but I've had issues with my background footage. I've been figuring it out, so bear with me here as I test out some new stuff. If you want to support me, I have channel memberships, so if you would like to do that, I have them down below. But without further ado, let's get right on into the video. The Chili Bowl Nationals, known as the Super Bowl of midget racing, was founded in the year 1987 by two motorsports enthusiasts, Lanny Edwards and Emmett Hahn. But what about the name? The name Chili Bowl came after a local company sponsored the inaugural event in 1987. It all started when Bobby Berryhill, a Tulsa businessman who owned a food service company called the Chili Bowl Company, he sponsored the inaugural midget race. Recognizing this, the two promoters, Edwards and Hahn, decided to name the event the Chili Bowl after the company. His company, the Chili Bowl, known for its pre-mixed and pre-made chili distribution in the United States, landed as a sponsor for Edwards and Hahn's midget series. Bobby Berryhill said via Flow Racing, "I do remember that I was at the fairgrounds at the expo, and both Emmett and Lanny were there getting it all put together for what they were going to do. One of them mentioned, 'Heck, we need a sponsorship,' and I said, 'Well, we'll be your sponsor.' And they said, 'Okay,' and that's how it started, very low-key. The first Chili Bowl raced with 52 entries, and now it's the biggest indoor race around with over 350 cars held annually in January. After a few years, Berryhill sold their company to Keebler, and their run as the sponsor ended after that, but the name Chili Bowl stayed forever. Now we're going to take a look at some of the best drivers to ever race in the Chili Bowl. Sammy Swindell's history at the Chili Bowl Nationals is one of the most storied in the event's history, stretching back decades, cementing his legacy as one of the sport's all-time greats. The Chili Bowl, which began in 1987, has always attracted top talent from the world of dirt racing, and Swindell was there early, quickly making his mark. Sammy Swindell's first victory at the Chili Bowl came in 1989, just 2 years after the event began running. In an interview reflecting on that win, Swindell said, "I really don't know what to expect when I came here, but I knew the competition was going to be tough. Winning the first one was a huge deal, and it definitely showed me how much I enjoy racing these midget cars." His victory was just a glimpse of what was to come, and he went on to prove that he was a force to be reckoned with in the midget scene. Throughout the 1990s, Swindell's success at the Chili Bowl continued. He was often a contender for the top spot. While he didn't win every year, he was consistently near the front of the field. His versatility in adapting to the technical challenges of midget car racing, which differs greatly from sprint car racing, where he made his name and became evident. In 1998, Sammy Swindell clinched his second ever Chili Bowl title, and at this point, he was very clearly a fan favorite. With his relentless racing style and ability to handle the pressure, he said after his second win, "It's always tough to win this race, and I'm really proud of this one. It's one of those races that every driver wants to win, and to come out on top again, it really means a lot." Even as Swindell's career stretched into the 2000s, he remained a fixture at the Chili Bowl. He didn't just participate, he was a perennial contender for the title, while younger drivers began to emerge. Swindell's experience and ability to handle the unique challenges of the race kept him in conversation year after year. In 2009, after finishing second and third in previous years, Sammy came out on top with a vengeance in 2010, earning his third and most recent Chili Bowl victory. He was ecstatic Winning this one feels different, he would go on to say. I've been chasing it for so long, and to get it again after so many years is special. It's just one of those races you dream about winning. That victory was a testament to his enduring talent and competitive spirit. Even as Sammy Swindell aged, his passion for the Chili Bowl never waned. He continued to compete into this event well into his 50s, often with the same intensity and drive that made him a star in the 1980s and 1990s. He consistently proved that experience can be just as valuable as youthful aggression in dirt track racing. Swindell's continued participation in the event speaks volumes about his love for the sport and his desire to compete at the highest levels. Swindell has been known for his humility and respect for the sport. After a near miss at another Chili Bowl title in 2015, he reflected, "It's just a tough race. There's a lot of luck involved, but it's always one I want to be a part of. The Chili Bowl is like no other race in the world, and every year I come back, I'm reminded why I love this sport." Swindell's history at the Chili Bowl is a part of his larger legacy in dirt track racing, where he is widely considered one of the greatest drivers of all time. His success at the Chili Bowl is a reflection of his versatility and his ability to adapt to different types of cars and race formats. He's an impact through not only his wins, but also through his interactions with younger drivers. Many up-and-coming racers look to Swindell for his professionalism and his dedication to the sport. When asked about his legacy, Swindell said, "I never got into this to build a legacy. I just wanted to race, to compete, and to win. If people remember me for what I did on the track, that's great, but at the end of the day, I'm just a guy who loves racing." His long history at the Chili Bowl, marked by numerous top finishes, his 3 wins, and his ever-present influence on the event, solidifies Sammy Swindell's status as one of the best to ever compete. I apologize, everybody. He won the event 5 times. That is my bad. But however you chop it up, Sammy Swindell will be in the history books of this event forever. And just like his father, Kevin Swindell has become a prominent figure at the Chili Bowl Nationals, and his history at the event is marked by tremendous success. Kevin, who followed his father's footsteps in dirt track racing, became one of the most talented and successful drivers in Chili Bowl history. Kevin Swindell's Chili Bowl debut came in 2007, but it wasn't until a couple of years later that he truly started making his mark. Kevin Swindell's first Chili Bowl victory was in 2010. It was a dominant performance. He bested a tough field and made a statement that he was a force to be reckoned with at this race. Swindell was proud of his victory and said afterwards, "This race is unlike anything else. It's the biggest midget race, and to win it is a huge deal. I've been chasing this win for a long time, and it feels amazing to finally get it." Kevin didn't rest on his laurels after his first victory. He would go on to make Chili Bowl history and have a three-peat. He would win in 2010, 2011, 2012, and 2013. He actually went on a four-peat and is the only person in Chili Bowl history to accomplish this. After his 4 wins, Kevin Swindell continued to race in the Chili Bowl, but faced some challenges. His performances in the following years were not as dominant. In 2016, he was involved in a serious accident during the week of the Chili Bowl, where he sustained significant injuries, including a back injury that required surgery and kept him from racing for a period of time. Despite these setbacks, Kevin Swindell showed his resilience, and in 2017, he returned to the Chili Bowl Nationals. His recovery was an inspiring story, and he remained a fan favorite throughout the event. While he didn't win in 2017, the sheer fact that he was able to get into a race car again after such a serious injury was a testament to his dedication and love for the sport. Kevin Swindell continued to compete in the Chili Bowl in following years with more top finishes and consistent performances. Although he hasn't added another victory since 2014, his legacy in the event remains strong. He is always considered one of the top contenders when he enters the race. As of recent years, Kevin has become more involved in the behind-the-scenes aspect of racing, as well as his contributions to the sport go well on beyond his driving. His presence at the Chili Bowl and his connection to the event remains a point of pride not only for him, but for his family and fans as well. Kevin Swindell's Chili Bowl history is one of triumph, resilience, and dedication to the sport. With 4 victories, 2010, 2011, 2012, and 2013, he is one of the most successful drivers in the event's history. His skills on the track, paired with his comeback story after his accident, has earned him widespread respect in the racing world. He also had significant influence on younger drivers and has helped shape the direction of midget car racing. Swindell's legacy at the Chili Bowl is one of a champion and a true competitor who gave everything for the sport that he loves. The Chili Bowl has had top talent and elite drivers winning it since 2010, and I'm gonna read off the champions now. 2010 was Kevin Swindell, as well as 2011, 2012, and 2013. 2014, Brian Clausen would take home the crown, and in 2015, Rico Abreu would take the crown, as well as 2016. 2017, 18, and 19 would go to Christopher Bell, and he would be the second person to ever three-peat this event. 2020 and 2021 would go to Kyle Larson, but he would fall just short in 2022, losing to Tanner Thorson. 2023 and 2024 was won by Logan Seavey, and Kyle Larson would capture the 2025 Chili Bowl just a few weeks ago. The Chili Bowl is in dirt racing history as one of the most sought-after victories you can have in the sport of dirt racing, but let me know what you guys think. Where does this rank on the all-time list of races? And while you're at it, go check out my video where I discuss what is the crown jewel of dirt racing. Subscribe to my channel if you have not already, and I will see you guys all in my next video.